If you struggle to prep for a D&D session as a DM, then this video is for you. I've had lots of practice prepping for a D&D session over several years of DMing, and here's what I've learned. It can be really hard to know what to prep as a DM, so here's what I'd suggest. I work within a hierarchy of importance, and this helps me prep for sessions in around an hour or two. First off, in whatever note-taking tool you're using, start with a recap of the previous session. So this could look like bullet points or detailed descriptions, whatever works for you. But I always end with what the players indicated they wanted to do in the next session. In addition, I always make sure to highlight what NPCs they chatted to, or any new locations they arrived at, or like encounters they had. And I also pay special attention to any decisions that they made that will affect the story moving forward. From there, I always create what I call a session map. So this is just like an outline of what I think will happen in the session. Keyword there is think. You can never really accurately predict what players are going to do, but you can usually get pretty close. And I think this will give you a good idea of like what to work on for that session. Next, I'll focus on whatever adventure or quest they're on right now. You know, what plot points are coming up that need my attention? What secrets or information do I need to reveal? What locations do I need to prep? For that secrets and information point, I'll often write like a few bullet points on plot relevant information that needs to come out in that session. And I put it in a little box in my session notes as a reminder to myself. That way I can be flexible as the DM on when and where that information comes out. But I know that I need to hit these few things for the plot to continue. Okay, next up, I'll prep any encounters I'll have. So maps, tokens, monster stat blocks, that sort of thing. A big dungeon crawl or a big location with lots of enemies is obviously going to take more time than a small one. So this step can take a big chunk of prep time, but I often go a little like more above and beyond than I should when it comes to this kind of stuff. So you can obviously spend as much or little time as your table needs. From there, I'm pretty much done. A big mistake I see a lot of beginner DMs do during prep is just prepping way too much, to the point where they're writing a storyboard out for their game. You should be clued in enough to understand what the next session might entail, but you don't need to prep too much that it becomes like a short story. Leaving space for yourself and your players to improv and play within the world is really important, and that's what D&D is all about. So use this framework to prep for your sessions, and let me know how it goes.